I run aims.
I think it's
and
like I think it's like
C9.
50 kills with the suppressor on a Model L.
Okay, maybe I can do that. We'll see. I want that skin.
It's pretty simple. It's just it takes a long time. I don't know why it's etched into my brain because I wanted that skin too. It's fine.
We'll see who can get it first.
Well, we got a red card here, Willow, and Carleton looking to put the Condors down again within this map mode combo. See if they can kick off this losers final and punch for a ticket to rematch for Brock for the 3rd time for the Ravens.
3rd time, that's insane. But Condors really holding this point down, although you see a couple through the door. Very typical spot on this point. JayRay double kill alongside Dremo. Whether this kill feed is correct, we'll see. I hope it's correct.
Well, so far it's Frizz on 3 in a row, and Condors just locking down majority of this time towards P1. A fantastic start from Conestoga. Also, you can see Frizz 7-1 working towards those P2 rotations. You can see they haven't taken Carleton away from the better side of the map just yet. So a lot to do here for Frizz. He's not going to be able to hold them off for long and alone. And you can see that Carleton off the get-go able to get right back into it, but Condor spun right behind him. And I'm not sure if Carleton's going to have a read on it.
Yeah, we see a couple of the Condors pushing up. It's a 2v3 right now on point, which is a little, you don't really want that. But we see Aiylee on point.
And you can see that Frizz attempting to cut those players off to mid as well. Condors off to a good lead, 47 playing 7. In for the contention comes Carleton with those close spawns. They're going to be able to hit this again and again and make sure that Condor's just not going to be able to pull ahead with a lead like we've seen so far. You can see as well, Carleton working for the next rotation too. You can see player number 7, that's Chip, already looking over towards P3, but he is on a solo mission to try to get this done, and now they know Chip's back here.
They do, and this P3, not my favorite, because you have so many points. Doors, stairs, underneath, backstabs, the buses. As you see, Frizzy, little exchange there. But you need to get on point. And right now, I don't even know who has it. Condors has it, apparently. Chip's about to take it, though.
And it's Starry for the trade. So this is some time that Carleton really needs to get. It's been a slow start so far. They've been waiting in the wings for the Condors to finish their match versus OTSU. And a lot of scrims were being had against whoever they could find inside the venue so far. So they're trying to stay as hot as ever, but off of an 0-3 loss to the Brock Badgers. And this Carleton team definitely taking a big hit, and you can see that it is still impacting them heading into this next map. It's a race over towards new. You can see that Condor is starting to work towards the bottom side of the mini-map, see if they can work out of this spawn trap and flip out these spawns. Shio, that's Neb, trying to get an angle into these members, track them down. It looks like he's actually slipped the net.
He has. He's gone right around the back, a little flank, and has pushed almost it looks like a spawn flip, which is good for the Condors, and we see them, we're on there. Unfortunately, McBain's on a killing spree and is taking everyone out.
Yeah, McBain's on 5 in a row. Finally going to fall before that Hell of a Storm is accrued, but this whole time, Chip was sitting inside that top window, cutting off the members and just dealing so much damage to the Conestoga Condors as they were crossing over towards this P4, and what was a 40-point start for Conestoga. Now Carleton have completely brought this back with a lot of time over towards P3, a pretty safe rotation over towards P4 as well. A near 7-point game right now, and it's NAB to put a couple together to keep Condors in this short lead that they do have.
Yeah, Neb was really good. Little bit of discipline at the edge of the stage, waiting to see where those Carleton members were going to stay, and gets that double kill, clears it out, gets those points, and now it's a little rotation to the next point, which is in Stadium. It's a hard one to hold.
And it's what the Condors like to see as well. Neb right now in hardpoint across this whole weekend. A 1.33 KD. That is incredible. 242 kills. I think that's one of the highest that we have here at C3L. For Carleton, it hasn't been too far off from that one. Starry's been the star of the show when it comes to hardpoints with a 1.32 KD. So you don't expect Starry from a 10 and 13 start to this one. Not terrible, but you expect that Starry's going to heat up eventually.
Hopefully. Well, it looks like he's starting it. The Starry has exploded. He is now, I don't know, something in the cosmos, but they're already trying to hold. So it's been, like I said, this is a hard point to hold. it's so open.
It is very open, but Condors are doing a great job at fighting for the time and through the middle of the map. Another set of kills from JayRay. It's 2 down for Carleton. You do have a little bit of a spawn behind. Aiylee looking to do some damage onto the setup and actually working towards the top side of the map. See if you can punish JayRay, sitting and waiting for the rotation back over towards P1. Time's open for this initial heal. Second set of rotations, down by 30 are the Carleton Ravens. And it looks like Conestoga ready to hit this one from Ticket. Nice shots there from Neb. He's going to be able to find the first. Eyes on a second one. Looking to get this hunt. Starry not having the read, but eventually going to spot things out. Neb's going to be taken down the ladder. Back into the hard point. Carleton Ravens continuing to chip away at this lead, Willow. And it doesn't seem like the Conestoga Condors are too far away from breaking back in.
They are not. Jay with that double kill right outside to unblock those doors. Leaves that point open for the Condors to slip right in. And now we're on to P2, a spot. There's so many spots here to hide. There's usually people sit in soccer. Some people sit behind the little food cart. It's whoever gets on it first usually holds it the most.
Well, Carleton have found a couple of kills, looking to stake some claim in this. 3 down for the Condors. They have the spawns to the back, so with a 20-point lead, there is time to make some changes here. See if they can adapt and break through the backside right now. It's Starry that's proving to be an issue with the GPR in hand. He's going to put together a couple kills and keep Condors at bay for now, but it's not going to hold them. Those close spawns eventually overwhelm and pressure them out. So Condors holding on to this lead. JayRay inside, shut down. That's Starry and McBain leading back for the Carleton Ravens, just trying to keep this one as close as possible.
We see, it's only Dremo. No, the rest of the Condors have flown in to hold the last couple of these garbage points, but those points can make a huge difference, especially as you rotate to, what is it, P3 over in the staircase?
P3 in the staircase, and Frizz just gonna slip right in for now. Knows there's a player up top. Nice read onto Starry. 3 down for Carleton. They still have the deep spawns back there. Will Conestoga read this? It seems like they do have an idea without pressure in front. You can see those yellow arrows turning around, but the fights are being lost, and Carleton starting to cause a little bit of a ruckus here. Frizz gonna slide on down, not able to get the read there onto Starry, but the trades from Neb, keeping this one close. Aiylee, big win onto the staircase. Carleton fighting for every second that they can look to grab, but it's such a back and forth affair that this mix-up is keeping the Condors ahead right now on the red card, but even still, with a couple more seconds on this hill, you can see that P4 is starting to open up, and that's gonna be Frizz already over there to try to see if they can do some damage. Only able to find the first one, and Carleton going to spawn right on the next hill.
Well, there's a couple pre-fires going on, which is pretty nice to see, but most of the pre-fire shots have been taken out. But we're on to that next point, that very annoying spot as we try to get there. But Carleton, they're holding it down. They are checking their points. They're checking the tops, the lows, the stage. They're under the stage. They're on the stage. But Neb, back under. That under the stage is so annoying.
It's definitely tough. Fortunately, it's wall-bangable from every angle. So not a lot of space to truly hide down there. 20-point lead for Carleton's, or for Condor still. As Frizz is going to dive on in. He's got some overwatch around him, and players up top as JayRay taking down so many members from Carleton, making it difficult for them to actually take some shots towards this hill. And this lead from Conestoga up by 40 now, over towards P5. Carleton looking to be the first ones towards this hill. They're going to spawn up relatively close to each other, but now they have to fight their way through, and it looks like you're not getting the read onto Neb. He's going to strike right through the hearts for the rest of Conestoga to follow things up, and a big one to close this out for Frizz, keeping Carleton away from the hill.
When Condors are spawning really close to this point, which kind of gives them a bit of an upper hand. But Starry over here does not care. He was taking shots. Unfortunately, does get taken out. But, I mean, Starry holding it down regardless. Chip, the rest of Carleton, all dogging on to this one point, trying to hold it down. You hold your angles, you get your kills, you get your points.
And eventually you have to think that, you know, Carleton, with how close they're keeping this game, Just one good rotation, one good set of kills. And that 20 seconds that Conestoga has, it is not a solidified lead right now. So scrap time's going to go a long way for Aiylee. Over towards P1, the third set of rotations now on red card. This is where Carleton started what seemed like a comeback back in the second set of rotations. They had good control towards the top side of the map, inside of those windows, watching towards the outside, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case so far. McBain's going to drop it. It's a double kill out of Neb. That's keeping Frizz inside of this hard point, keeping this lead marginal but ahead for Conestoga. As the scrappy playstyle, the back and forth just continues to rain out here on this map.
It does, but Carleton is holding it down. We might actually see that comeback like we've seen last time, but the point is contested. You just gotta find these members. Neb, unfortunately, not able to taking out some of those members, but McBain took it out. It's an insane world out here.
It is.
Red card.
And you look towards Carleton, a couple of these players, McBain and Starry in particular, to be the issues for Carleton. And so far, 31 and 29 from McBain. Some good battles being won on that front. And it's what's been keeping this one so tight.
And Frizzy with this pistol. Frizzy is way too good with the pistol. Like, he's staying true to his new name. Frizzy but locked. He is truly locked. And we're already rotating to that next point.
Into P2. Flurry of kills for Conestoga. Spawns in the back for Carleton. So Conestoga, as you're moving closer and closer to the end game here for our game number 1. It's just holding off wave after wave from these Carleton players. 3 sets of kills. And it's back off the respawn. JayRay peeks out 4 in a row. Now for the OBJ. JayRay on 5. 25 seconds left. And he is ripping through Carleton right now. JayRay! Unstoppable, it seems, but he has help. Frizzy is here as well. And this lead up to 236. It's just 14 seconds, and Conestoga are already at the new hill.
It's insane. Carleton takes it a little bit, those last little points. But, yeah, like you said, Condors are on top of the rotations. They understand it. We have 10 points until the Condors take it, and they 5 points. 6 points, but the Carleton comes in and takes it.
Yeah, they slide on in. 28 seconds of the game clock, so Carleton have to hop in for the contention. Conestoga getting the time. There's only 2 seconds. He cannot let this happen, and they steal it away right from under them. Conestoga getting their rematch they wanted, getting their revenge on red card. This time, it doesn't go to the time bank. It goes to the points. And it was what seemed like just a small lead from start to finish for Conestoga that eventually, off of what was a huge flurry of kills from JayRay, 5 in a row. I think it was 6 in a row.
Especially in SND where it's no respawns. You gotta either get the bomb down or take everyone else out on the other team. We see Chip running with bomb and almost all the Carleton members running together. But McBain holding down that lane on street to make sure no one gets in.
Bomb's getting planted. And what do you know? Starry, first blood, immediately trade from Neb. 3-on-3 for the retake. They stick it out, and now you got your post plant set up. McBain watching towards the street. That's not where the pressure is out. Conestoga have already sieged the castle, broken through the front doors. And now they're looking to claw their way back. A second kill this time. It's from Frizz. 21 seconds to make this happen. 3 versus 2. Here comes Neb out from DVDs. He's going to be sidelined from Aiylee around the corner. Aiylee finds 2. 1 versus 1. 12 seconds left. Frizz has to make a play, but there's just no time.
There is not. However, if he gets the kill, time does not matter. Does not get the kill. Carleton takes the first one based off of planting the bomb, getting that last kill. Aiylee, the player you said we gotta look out for.
If it's not Starry, it kind of has to be Aiylee.
Yeah.
Especially on a map like Rewind. Aiylee is fantastic on this map. We've seen it in the hard points. We've seen it in the search and destroys. And in that moment, just to be on that crossfire, watching over your player in McBain, who is just trying to toy with the Conestoga Condors outside on those streets. Aiylee provided that backup, and it was enough to put away that first round. 3 kills from Aiylee. Now we swap sides onto the defense for Carleton. It looks like they want to go to battle again. Inside generators already. Starry deep into the A bomb. They have no idea. Conestoga are looking to go for this bomb plant, but as soon as they do, the Jake's going to be up. Bomb goes down. JayRay looking to have some help here. He finds one a second, and boom, just like that. Conestoga, my bad. They fight their way out of that ditch.
Jay planted that bomb, instantly picking that gun up, and just, God, don't need it.
And that's a good read, too, from Conestoga, because you saw nothing at all from the side of Carleton. They were hiding inside. Back into the game. 1-1. Things stand as is before the reset. So that means, for anybody who's wondering, that we are going to be looking to see 1st to 5 now, not 1st to 6 on that scoreboard above us. It is going to be hit over towards A, bursting right through the door. Aiylee, welcome to the party, but it looks like it's Neb's party, as it's going to be 3 in a row to close that one out and really slow the roll here for the side of Carleton. Chip now left alive, and he's just throwing his hands up. Guys,
what?
Where'd you go?
Jeez, and he's back in generator, so it'll be interesting because it's a 3v1. We've seen people win 3v1s before, but bomb is dropped. Chip's got to find it or take everyone out.
Well, that's going to make things a little bit easier, at least for these battles inside A. Finds a Jackal on the ground, and instead of having to use that A miss, and it looks like you're looking for a different avenue here. 33 seconds. Lots of time to see if Chip truly can unravel this setup, but Conestoga just playing around the bomb, read it correctly, and Chip walks into the trap late in front of him. And off of winning that offensive round, Conestoga, they go back-to-back, putting a defense on the board.
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you got to pick up your opponent's gun and use it against them.
That's an ace from Dremo as well.
Okay.
Insane.
Dang. Carleton, time to respond, boys. Make it a good one, please.
And that's what we're looking for in this next round. Back onto the attack. Let's see if Carleton can continue this back and forth.
Ooh, I hope so. Oh, they're all going street, popping in through windows.
Moving over to the 18, and nobody's here to stop this whatsoever, Willow. So this is a potential free plant for Condors if they can get the read on that over the 18. The shot's not good from Dremo. Going down from that streak. It's a double kill from Dremo from Neb as well. So numbers tied apiece, 2-on-2, but Aiylee going low has to play their life. You do not want to put your member in a 1vx situation again.
No, definitely not, especially Chip. You don't want to, poor Chip got left alone. But we know Aiylee is a very good player, so it'll be interesting to see because they are running together. They're keeping close, watching A because they know Condors are most likely going to flip to A, and we'll see who takes the gunfight home.
Carleton, they're set up for this one. Frizz taking a different avenue, does not want to break through these doors right away. Carleton being so patient and just listening for whatever they can.
Looks like they might go back to B because they've guaranteed no one else is around B. Might as well just go for it. So they're probably going to assume they're sitting on A, they're going to watch it. This gives us a clean, very easy bomb plant and then a very quick setup to watch both angles.
And look at this, Frizz hitting the full flank. He spotted out, but the turnaround, Aiylee brings this into a 2v1. It's Neb. 30 seconds left. Looking to keep Condors ahead of Carleton. And I love this reposition. Carleton taking so much time to wrap around it. He's going to check the bomb. Here comes the pressure. Can he slide away? He cannot. 14 seconds for Chip to get this defuse. And the Ravens tie us up again.
It seems like this game is going to be a very, I'll get 1 point, you can get 1 point. I'll get another point, you can get another point. Until it comes down to, okay, one of us got to figure out how to get 2 points in a row and call a game and take it home. And I kind of, not gonna lie, I kind of want to see Carleton come out on top. I want to see them, you know, excel at this game mode.
Well, we're into the top 3 of C3L. So I want to see this be as close a series as we can get from these schools. And I think Carleton definitely can do that. As you can see, they're going to be swapping over towards this attack yet again. Looking to go back-to-back. Condors were able to put a couple of rounds together to reclaim that lead before that last one that the Ravens grabbed.
And Carleton following Conestoga's strat of just going right around, right to B. And the Condors are kind of catching them out on it.
Condors have the setup. Neb for the early info. Aiylee is stuck behind the garbage, and you have on the deep line, Neb now gonna land a nade with that onto McBain, forces them back. JayRay gonna be caught trying to hit a late flank, and that is a second kill for Carleton now to really separate these two, Frizz and Neb.
Last two, 2v3. Bomb has not been planted yet, but it might be over here on A. Let me see Aiylee doing the typical, you lay down, head down, plant it, planted, hold your points, don't let them get shots. Neb taken out, and Frizzy. There's Carleton. There's that back-to-back point.
They get that offense done. So back into the lead for Carleton. We saw how closely contested that red card was. And, you know, by the end of it, yes, it was a big lead for Conestoga. But for majority, I'd say about 85% of that game, it was a 20-point difference between these two. I don't expect this Search and Destroy to be a blowout. These two teams play so well against each other. And just yesterday, we saw it was a 6-3 on protocol when it came down to the S&D between them. So for Conestoga back onto the offense, how do you answer back losing those 2 in a row? Shots over the top. Aiylee peeks to the top window, and Neb going to be the first to go down. That brings this offense to a complete halt. No flanks for Carleton just yet. It was an RCXD.
But we do see Frizzy going around back trying to call out some players, but he gets taken out, unfortunately. Chip calling his bluff.
And look at these shots from McBain at distance. Last alive, JayRay. Absolute takeover mode back in that hard point. Not going to happen just yet here in S&D. And Carleton putting now a 3rd round in a row. After the reset, that's going to take them to a 4-1 or 4-2 scoreline within this rewind search and destroy. Now with a 2-round gap, this is where they can look to maybe run away with things.
They might. Honestly, I kind of want to see them run away with it. I want to see them just back to back, get those last couple points, and call S&D their game mode. But it might change. Carleton on the attack? Yeah.
Carleton looking to take their sights towards A again, see if they can draw first blood. A lot more passive from Conestoga, at least from the main 3. JayRay hits the long flank around, back into the restaurant, dips away, and a double kill from Frizzy. Traded out. Neb's going to continue to push on forward.
Now they're just trying to find this last player, Aiylee. Really playing their cards right. Holding, staying low, trying to see where these Condors are coming in. But looks like they're looking the wrong way.
Aiylee is trapped right now, nowhere to go. As soon as you're spotted, that's a great round from Conestoga.
Oh, yeah.
3 rounds for the Condors, 4 rounds for Carleton. And a 1-round deficit. So Carleton just continuing to keep this one competitive within rewinds. A big play there from JayRay too. Quick to hit that flank instead of taking the late flank that we've seen so often from players on rewind. Catches a good timing towards blue. It draws the players to turn around, allows for Frizzy to follow up with that through A. And it's just a nice wombo combo there from Conestoga to take things back a notch now for Carleton. Back onto the defense. Double stack over towards B. Here comes the pressure. All 4 members from Conestoga looking to hit through, and there's the info for Starry to turn out of this one. McBain going to continue the back and forth trades, but it is back and forth, 2 versus 2. Bomb going down at B.
Ooh, who will come out? Oh, Carleton's already rushing on. Bomb did manage to go down, but it's now find where those other players are and take them out. Looks like they might be trying to wrap around. And honestly, our boys, Condors, they might get called out.
The longer this takes, the easier it'll be to read. I'm fairly certain Neb just got the information. If not before, now you definitely know Aiylee's going to jump to the opportunity to make this a 1 versus 2. Turning things around for Neb, bringing it into a one-on-one, tag down to 31 HP. Going to try to get this regen. And they have no idea where each other are. 6 seconds left. Neb's just got to check this bomb. There's no time. There's no lives. And Conestoga climb back 4-4. We are tied once again.
We talked about how it's going to be a close game. It's just a constant reading your opponents so well, which is what makes these teams so good at what they do. And Neb just comes in, snatches that away from Carleton, gets them back even.
I thought for a second that nade actually stopped the plant from Neb. But getting that bomb down was so crucial to that 2v2. If Neb didn't get that bomb planted, you would have had so much more freedom to play with there if you were Carleton.
Oh, absolutely. And Neb, you see, constantly checking those bombs and trying to get it. Carleton accidentally leaving it behind.
Yeah, you need that.
It happens.
It's not some Back to the Future moment. It's like
actually
where we're going right now in this game mode. Yeah, you do need bombs. So, got to go around and get that. And it seems like they're toying with the idea of heading out towards 18. Neb's on a great angle, and the door's going to be open. So that's going to get the information. Neb bites at the opportunity, and he's got backup as well. Right behind him, Dremo. Lovely shots coming out. 4 versus 2. That's bombed down as well. And to make matters worse, Dremo finds another one. 8-4 for Dremo so far on the search and destroy, and there is nowhere to go in a 1 versus 4.
There's not, and I mean, we had players, we had Jay. I mean, Jay was on the street ready to call someone out who ran out there, and unfortunately for Chip, he kind of got chipped away at by JayRay to get. What is the score with the 1-1? It's 4-5?
4-5.
Counting numbers.
As best as we can. Keeping some mental math right there.
Hey, we always say, Brody and I, in the fine print for being a caster, you don't have to be good at math.
Honestly, it's actually quite the opposite. It's like you're not supposed to do math. It's like don't do it. It's almost like a warning rather than fine print. It's like don't even attempt to right now. But here's Conestoga coming out with some heat for the potential last round of this search and destroy. 2-on-2, Chip and McBain to force around 11. You're gonna see Shio here. Neb
doing a little bit of wrap around. Going to B. They can, you know, check their angles, make sure it's clear. But Carleton understanding that we need to
Chip's gonna actually meet them one. He gets an angle.
Oh, Chip managed it.
Dramo's gonna go down, follows things up, 1 versus 1. Neb playing for the regen. 35 seconds. Lots to check, lots to think about.
A little bit of a
Both
wrap
members
around.
just going to pass each other. Neb's got no idea, just around the corner. McBain waiting in the wings, haunting in the shadows, forcing around 11 here. Carleton, they're not done with the search and destroy just yet.
McBain needs to change his name to McPain. It's a horrible rip away. It's now 5-5. Talk about two teams who are so even in strategy and play style and gunfights that you're taking S&D to the very last possible round you can take it to. Who will come out on top and who will get first kill?
Anyone's game. Here we go. Chip out to the races. He's going to be caught. Big shot down there from Neb. Can he find two? He can. Shio tops things off. Dremo there to assist with it. McBain last alive. 1 versus 3. We haven't seen one just yet, but now it's needed if you're Carleton to tie this series up. If not, Condors ready to snatch away this 2-0 lead, and there it is. The search and destroy. Conestoga put it away. You can see them getting up, getting hyped, and loving right now the style of COD that they are putting together.
Absolutely lovely to see. I'm happy because, I mean, they're my boys. I would have been happy regardless. Carleton played. We're on to Protocol for Control, which is kind of a more favored map for Control, I would say, because they're just easy spots, minus A here. But Neb, drama? There's exchanges going on right now.
To open up this Control for sure, and it's a different story right now for Carleton because it's been a little bit of the Sunday blues for this team. But you know what is blue? Water. And Protocol is surrounded by a whole lot of it. So let's see if they can find some rhythm of the ocean here and find a way back into this. As you see Carleton on the attacking side, they're going to be taking their sights to B right away. There's a triple stack going on and already a tick. Working on that second one. It's going to be locked in, and Condors have to react to this soon or else this B zone's going to be gone before they probably would want to. McBain shut down as well. Big kill there from Neb. 3 go down. They stopped the progress at B, but that's 2 big ticks going on for Carleton.
It is, and we see Chip over here just sneaking his way on, but getting shot down from up top, which is an angle that loves to be held, especially on this B point, because it just is easy. You can step back and kind of hide away, regain your health, and go at it again. But this B point is so close to being captured. No one on Condors have actually gone onto it to lessen that little last tick, but Carleton switching over to A temporarily.
Yeah, and this is another stack coming through from Carleton. They're just ping-ponging so well, and look at Aiylee just finding some more kills off the respawn. I'm not sure if you're going to get here in time if you're JayRay trying to stop the count. No, A-zone's going to be secured now. Minute 40 for Carleton to finish off this last segment at B. Condors do turn around. They are going to neutralize it at least, that last tick. So it's going to kind of change things a little bit for the state of the game. Carleton can't just jump at that right away. Still have to be worried about Condors, who have worked themselves into their base. And Aiylee going to jump up there, take down Neb, and this is the first start.
It is, and ooh, Aiylee with a long drop, and that is how you get taken out pretty quickly. Frizzy catching them off guard. Starry very quick though, however, to match it up. The lives are very equal, so either Condors take them all out, or Carleton hops back on and captures this last tick that they need.
Look at that from JayRay jumping on down. No way, he does that! JayRay! 4 in a row, cleared out B solo dolo. He's on a mission right now. I can only imagine the things he just said.
Oh, Jay is locked in hardcore right now. He knows exactly where he's shooting and how to shoot. And he is proving his worth to the Condors right now.
Still not out of this yet, as you still have lives for Carleton and time. And this B zone, you just need that one segment. So kills coming through from Carleton. Starry hopping on it. 3/4, the stacks out. Do you get here? You do not. Carleton, albeit, gotta give it to JayRay. That was an explosive effort to get back over towards B. And Carleton were just weathering through everything that was thrown at them in that moment. They do a good job at getting those first 2 segments at B. And nobody really stopping them at A is a kind of an oversight from Conestoga, because you had such a deep flank coming out from a couple of players across that B zone into the opposite end house. And you would have liked to see them at least take some kind of an effort faster over towards A and shut that down. Although, I don't want to take anything away from Carleton. Aiylee was pushing forward and making sure that it was not an easy task to do from the front. It had to be a flank, and it just didn't escalate in time.
Yeah, Aiylee, amazing call for that. Let's just switch off a B. They're probably all expecting a Slayer, hop on an A, and they took it, which very lovely to see. Condor struggling to get on any point right now, though. Carleton holding it down. Almost, they're sticking them in a spawn trap right now, actually.
Where was this? Where was this in game 1 and game 2 from Carleton? This is just a new look Ravens that look absolutely ice cold on protocol control. Condor's going to have a moment to breathe, though, as they find the kills out of their spawn, and that has been a little bit of a spree as well. They're on both A and B, so for Carleton, you have to decide, do you want to go to A, do you want to go to B? And to be honest, B is a lot harder to capture, so I'm sure they want to make sure that this is not going to go easy on both ends. They're going to go for B, see if they can take these players out. So far to no avail. JayRay hiding behind, 13-6, having himself a game right now on Protocol. Going to be taken down by Chip, sliding down the staircase, but the A zone's close to being captured, and that life lead from Conestoga is starting to grow.
It really is. The Condors, the way they set this up is they put 3 players over to B to distract Carleton, and Frizzy just held down A enough that as the Condors got taken out by Carleton, they were able to then switch to A, capture it, and now focus mostly on B, which already has 1 tick from that little kind of caught off guard moment. But Chip, he's on his way. He's coming to hold it down.
I like this. I mean, this is a ratty angle if I've ever seen one. Do they check it? They do.
Yeah.
Jigs up. See you later, Chip. And
Sorry,
Condors
buddy.
on the stack. Look at the kills, the feed. It's all gold right now. Condors are in. And you got to race towards this one. McBain shot into the air. It's open season right now. And what's on the menu? It's Ravens. The Condors winning a big offense to answer right back. Whatever you can do, we can do a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. Very, like, these teams they're friends outside of this, which is pretty nice. But, I mean, they're also they're not so friendly in this.
No, not right now. It's nothing but trash talk. It's nothing but business between both of these two teams. And I say whatever you can do. On both sides, 6 segments apiece. And there we go. You get to see it right there. Map will be restarted due to a game bug. Players couldn't see capture progress continuing from 1 to 1. See, I can't only cast. I can also read.
That's a good. That one we do need. But Carleton coming off very hot. It was a 2-piece exchange for both sides. But Neb coming in, trying to clear it out, trying to get that little no sir. But Aiylee, the player we've been watching, and Starry, both getting kills, staying on B. B is the #1 point, the capture to go.
And Aiylee's doing a good job at holding things off. Starry going to find a second one. You're still on B. You're still working on this 3rd segment. There's a double stack. You need to contest this one, but all the kills go through for Carleton, and B's gone. See you later. Sayonara. A's on the mind of these players, and already off the respawn, they got a double stack at A. Carleton or Conestoga, they got to do something to stop this.
Seriously, Condors, what are you doing, boys? Push. Like, you could have cut them off coming from B. You could have wrapped around. They're going to try, it looks like, to cut them off from B again. We might be looking at possibly a spawn trap here, or an attempt.
But JayRay is going to be in a good spot to at least do some serious damage to players crossing through mid. But you look at McBain is in enemy lines. Going to look to do the same the opposite way. And some nice shots from JayRay is actually going to take McBain away from that A zone. You got a segment in, but the kills are just not following in suit. So after what was a fantastic effort on that B side, now you're back to square one if you're Carleton. And you got to try to put this square peg in the circular hole that is A and try to force your way through this Condor setup, which they do a fantastic job at making it happen. They find the kills. They're going to be in, and this is hoping to put it away for Carleton with the start that they had. A 1v1 for Frizz. He shuts it down. The A zone's not done yet. 10-10 in lives.
What? Carleton had like a quarter left to capture, and the Condors snatched it away from them, and now they gotta start that 3rd tick all over again if they can get on it. Aiylee pushing up, pushing forward. 3 of them, almost.
You still have a minute here. There's so much time to get done, so they're just going to jump in. JayRay's not going to contest it at all. He just looks from the outside. He waves at them and watches them cap it. Conestoga handed over another offense to the side of Carleton. I don't think I would have ever seen this in Black Ops 6 so far. I mean, back-to-back-to-back offenses on a protocol. It definitely seems like they left their defense boots at home.
Yeah, seriously. What is going on? Usually, control is in defense's favor.
I would say so, especially for protocol, but
Yeah.
these offensive teams, they are shooting right now, and I think for Conestoga, they are giving so much time to that offensive progress, going for these really deep flanks, going for these wraps that are just taking way too long to execute on, and you know, Carleton are happy enough to just continue to push this progress further and further while that happens. So Conestoga now forced to answer back on an offense. Not going to be an easy job. We've been seeing success, but you know in a moment the defense can turn things around, and you can see that Carleton so far silencing both efforts at A and B.
No kidding. We talked about how defense was not there, but Carleton very quickly to call us out on that. We've seen almost a full 4-stack team fight going on from Condors and Carleton, trying to get Carleton to push the Condors back. And we're sticking in their spawn, trying to go for A, which is something a little different than we've seen. Usually everyone going for B first. Condors might be trying to switch it up, trying to get some, I don't know, a little step up on Carleton, but
little
they
pep
don't
in their
care.
step over towards this point to get
Carleton
it going.
Don't care.
30 seconds left. 23 lives for Carleton, 19 for Conestoga. Carleton have been chasing that map win all Sunday long, and it seems this is the best chance we've seen from them so far on this defensive side. 20 seconds, McBain hitting the long flank. A couple more kills for Carleton on the front line. That's going to send the respawns of Conestoga in a little bit of a spiral because hello, McBain has been waiting for this opportunity. Amos at the ready. A chance over towards Bree. Frizz going to overextend. 10 seconds left. They're on A. So you have another lifeline, but it has to be flawless. Tremo, you can't get off. 8 seconds left. The time is just draining, bleeding further and further down the line. JayRay, one last chance, but you're not going to get through this defense. The stand is tall within this one. And it looks like Carleton, they have the numbers, and they should be able to close this one out. Finally getting a win on this Sunday, extending this series to a map number 4.
They were stopping it at like 10 seconds, 2 seconds. Carleton was like, please get off. Please.
That is what I've been waiting to see from this Carleton team. Chip looked great. Aiylee was playing very proactive in that sub role. And those are things you like to see heading into a rewind hardpoint where you're going to be looking to those subs to get mixy.
Absolutely. And we see already contested hardpoint over here. P1, horrible spot, honestly. It's one of those tough biggie ones. But Starry, got taken down, unfortunately. But Carleton is holding down this point currently. You see Dremo wrapping around through Burger.
And setting up for this flank. Starry inside, still winning fights for Carleton. You have the better spawns for P2, but a couple members from Condors actually going to spawn up over towards the restaurant. So this is going to be a chance to maybe fully flip things out, hunting for these members. See if you can find exits over towards P1 as well. One last shot into the zone. The contest is in. Dremo, nice couple of kills there. They have us also taken out the anchor in the back, so Condors completely flipping things out for P2.
Absolutely. It's something you want to see, especially you want to flip your opponents further away from these points to give you more time on them, more time to figure out your footing, and to switch to this next one because P2, outside, you got this back street to watch, you got in laundry, you've got so many spots to watch, but Starry coming through, and Carleton claiming P2 as their own, hoping to collect points. They are currently 35 and 20 to Carleton, something that we've seen in round 1, but Condors stepping on.
Ravens are going to be in. Still holding this lead, about 20-point difference like we saw back on the red card, but roles reversed, and Aiylee is starting to activate here through the middle of the map. Big kill there onto JayRay is going to continue to push through for the side of Carleton. Starry's turn now, catches Neb sitting over towards that P1 area, and Carleton have kind of gotten a little bit of a split spawn. You see player number 8, Dremo, going to spawn up all the way back at P2. It's going to be a battle at P3 for who's going to get this initial time, but 3 go down for Carleton. It is a big step up for Conestoga to sink their talons into this hill.
They are. Frizzy pulling a couple long shots, almost Frizzy kind of pulling a McBain right now, holding these spots, these long open points. But Carleton trying to push in through the back of Burger to get onto P3. And they're holding it down so far.
Yes, they are. A couple members of Carleton have snuck through, though. Spawns are flipped. Another shot at this hard point for Frizzy. Big win inside the hill. Scrap time now at P3. And you can see a spawn out for Chip. Over to the other side of Restaurant. Couple players now spotting out for Carleton. So a chance here for Conestoga to fully flip things out. And you can see that they're going to be on the hunt for Starry in the back. He goes down. Condors starting to come alive with a couple of these fights. And with the rotation over towards P4, this is a good start for them to flip this lead.
It really is. I mean, they're holding their angles as you should here in this spot. There's so many. It's such a tough one to break onto because there's only really 2 ways technically to get in, and no one's on point. Hello? Condors have now stepped on, thankfully, trying to gain those points. Condors are in the lead once again. Carleton looking to try to get in.
And they're looking for really any way in that they can find. Aiylee's going to hit this flank one last time. Tag down to 42. Not going to be able to follow that up right away. Electing to just give this one up. Give the rest of the time to Conestoga, which is going to be nearly 40 points off of P4. And set up for this rotation over towards P5. Where I can see a lot of players from Carleton now looking to get into, unfortunately, losing the fights through P1, putting a lot of pressure now into Starry to make the big plays in those big moments. Starry, though, not able to put it all together. 3 go down for Carleton. It's the quick break within the first couple of seconds here from the Condors.
They are, and Carleton is spawning kind of close to this point, which is pretty good. McBain coming in, pushing onto the hill. No, he gets shut down, unfortunately. Condors holding this spot, calling it their home.
The chip on the flank, big shutdown read there from Neb. Able to turn and burn. Dremo's on 5 in a row right now for Conestoga, so it seems like the Condors have awoken, and it has been a sight to behold. That is what seems like a shift of points from what was a 60-60 game to now a 142-70 game. Double the points of Carleton right now. Conestoga have come alive on this rewind.
They have Carleton already pushing on back to P1. We're in our second little rotation here. Carleton, they held this down before. Can they hold it down a second time? Condors coming from all angles though. And Condors pushed on.
Yes, they have. 3 down again for Carleton. Troubling waters that we're seeing into the second set of rotations. Now 152 for Conestoga. The kills still following up. Dremo in the hill, soaking up the time. Big win there from McBain, but I don't think it's going to be enough just yet. Still some work to be done because the Conestoga Condors, they're just still holding on to this time and not letting go.
It's insane. Aiylee hoping for a little bit of a flank here from behind. Alongside Carleton, they're pushing on to this already next point. They know they can't really get on to P1. Might as well wrap to P2. Hope that you can hold it down longer. You're already there. You can try to catch Condors off guard, which they kind of are.
Oh
Condors
no.
going around front.
A car bomb onto Frizz. You still get the players pressuring towards the back, though. Hill's open, Carleton. You need every ounce of seconds that you can get from this time. Starry snaps over. Not going to be able to take out JayRay right away, but McBain there to keep things uncontested. McBain having to fend off the rest, but Conestoga sneak in the front. They flip the spawns and now stealing a couple of these points, just getting closer and closer to completing this revenge rematch versus Carleton.
They are. Starry desperately trying to get on McBain just before getting called out. And Condors. Chip trying. Chip got a double kill there. So Carleton once again reclaiming this as their own, but the next point's already up. Everyone's wrapping around. McBain and Starry already there. They know they're trying to pull down, but Starry got taken out. And the Condors, once again, as the birds they are, picking off the dead. Jay getting taken out by a car bomb. Unfortunately, Aiylee hoping to get in. Starry already there. He's saying, please come help me. Get on. We need these points. And they're catching up.
Weird split spawn coming out from Conestoga. So this is a good opportunity for Carleton now to try to string these 2 hills together. This is about where we saw Conestoga do this exact same thing to Carleton back in the first set of rotations, and they've completed it. The spawns in the back should be secured, and the rotation over towards P4. This is an opportunity where they can completely close this lead. They're only down by about 50, and you can see it there. Now starting to work over towards this P4 hill. It's a full setup from Carleton. They need to hold on.
Aiylee getting called out by Neb, trying to peek in. And Condors trying to get on to this next point, but Starry, as always, holding it down. The rest of Carleton has time to spawn back in, to get back in there and hold off the Condors just a little bit longer. But Frizzy is, in fact, locked in and taking out these players with no remorse.
And right through the front, I mean, that is a big break from Conestoga. 2:20 and counting, only 30 seconds left to win this out. Should be enough to bring Carleton back for one last attempt at this last hard point, at this hill number 4. You need somebody to go in towards this contest. You need to shut these players down. 15 seconds for the side of Conestoga to close this series out in 4. Starry's going to take one last dip in. The contestants through. Everybody soaring forward for the Ravens, and you can see that P5 is open. Is there enough time? Yesterday, Conestoga, they had their hearts ripped out from them. They stitch it back up. They move through the bracket, and they got themselves a date in the finals.
Well, that finals is going to be a wild matchup. Unfortunately, Carleton, feel bad. I kind of wanted that reverse sweep.
We are looking forward to seeing Carleton put them to the test, but today, on this Sunday.